Hi, Paul. Did you do a session previously with T? Well, I can't quite remember. I haven't actually for a while here, but I do them. Yeah, I do events and also one-to-one activations. So if that's something you're interested in, drop me a DM. All right, beauties. Those who are here, multidimensional women, conscious women, you also will be delighted to know that I offer mentorships as well. We'll dive into that in a little bit. But yes, for men like Paul, you're very welcome to tap into the one-off activations that I do offer. They are called the masterpiece activations. Okay, everyone else, let's come on in, shall we? Allow yourself to be seated. If you're standing and if you're not operating anything, you're welcome to come on in as well, grounding your feet. And allow your breath to bring you deep through the third eye between your brows. So center your attention upon your third eye, turning your gaze inward. For now, you can keep your eyes open or closed, whatever that feels perfectly natural. Really be fully present with your third eye. Feel the nerve endings, the opening of your third eye, the way the light is entering through your skin, through your bone, penetrating into the center of your brain. And now you can close your eyes and bring your attention to the space below the navel. Bring your mind all the way down there. And breathe. Every breath drawing in from below the beautiful, loving life force of Mother Earth, up through your pelvic bowl, up through your spine. Gently upward. Really allow yourself to come into stillness with your breath guiding you deeper. And when you exhale, see if you can exhale inside of you, deeper into the space below the navel, your dantian. Let that dantian in that space start to become almost like a vortex, bringing all the excessive pressure and heat all the way down from the head, from your face, any heaviness in your face, in your throat, and your shoulders. Let them sink down through your sternum. It's like the hole in your sink that is bringing them all down, emptying out your rib cage. Good. Emptying out, and you would know because you will start to feel that your lungs will start to become lighter. And your rib cage will start to open up. It's not so constricted anymore because all the pressure is flowing down now. And your lungs will elongate downwards vertically. Bring the pressure down into the dantian. Let the dantian become full, filling up Let it transmute it into pure alchemy, into pure medicine. You don't need to know what it is. Let it do its work. Let life work on you. And bring the pressure even further now. Open your pelvic bowl. Release from the inside. Open up. Open your hip joints. Open your thigh joints. Let the pressure down through the thighs. Let it move down into your knees. Open the knee joints. Open them. Let them flow down through the shins, all the way through. Open ankle joints from the inside. Simply say open. That's all you need. You don't need to force anything. Let it flow down into the soles of your feet and down into this magical space below where you're seated. It is the direct reflection of what is above. It is the embodiment of your divinity. Let it vessel you. Let it become you. Know that you are held by this grace. It is who you are. Breathe from below up. Big belly breath. Stretch open your solar plexus. Exhale out. See if you can exhale it into your auric field. All around you, above, below, left, right, front, center. One more time. Inhale from below into the belly. Big belly breath. Stretch open your solar plexus. Exhale into your auric field. Let that auric field activate your God body. Entering one more. Inhale from below. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Let the lower back sink down and exhale. Good. Take a moment to observe the shower of light coming down into the palms of your hands, tingling in your feet. Some of you may even feel the shower of light coming through the crown. Receive. Breathe. We are entering the God zone. Let the mind come into stillness. Let it bask in this warm golden glow. And before you open your eyes, activate now your sacred eyes. Look through the eyes of the divine and see yourself through these eyes. What do you see? And open your eyes. Gather your light. And it will continue to activate through this transmission as you stay on with me. Stay in it. Become one with it. In a few words, let me know how you're doing. If you like to get some water or tea with you, do that. So welcome, welcome, welcome. For those who are here that are, a frequent, loyal follower and supporter, some of my clients as well, welcome. And if you are here for the first time, my name is Li Ying, and my work is really all about energetically attuning you to the divinity within you. So you will hear me talk about the Tao, God, Source, the divine, universe, cosmos, interchangeably. And I want you to really not be caught up with the words. It is the energetic transmission that really is what I really want you to receive today. So if you don't vibrate at the level of the word God, for instance, don't let that trip you up. Just use what words you understand with and just go with it, right? I trust that you understand what I'm saying here. And I work with tea. So if you want to know a little bit more about how I work with tea, you can absolutely explore the link in my bio. There is a recorded video series called Tea Spirit that you can dive into straight away with me. Or you can also book a free, you can book, what am I talking about? You can go on my podcast, which is free. You can tap into that to learn more about it verbally. Or if you want to do a one-to-one activation, you can explore the masterpiece, which is what I mentioned before. Now, the tea ceremony is not like any tea ceremonies. With all due respect to my tea masters, to all the tea experts, I really am not interested in teaching you the right temperature, how you taste it, how to make the perfect tea. I'm not interested in that. I have been activated through a tea ceremony. I was previously in a place where I was really having a difficult time to know what exactly I'm here to do. The question I've always had was, what am I here to do? Who am I? What is my purpose? And to sit here to talk about attuning you to the divinity within, I have had to go through and live the experience of doing that first. I am not interested in being an influencer or some kind of cult leader. I genuinely want, and I truly know deep within me that if you knew who you truly are, if you knew that and you lived from that, instead of constantly wondering what is wrong with me, what do I need to fix about me, constantly getting caught up in this healing cycle, or all the insidious unconscious ways that your limited self-worth, the belief of your self-worth, is hindering you from really tapping into your fullest potential, which is infinite, then that is the work I'm here for. That is the work I'm here for. And the tea ceremony that I offer is really an energetic attunement to that divine within you. It is embodiment. It is activation. It is really about coming into your full presence. And more importantly, it is an ally. It is a permission slip. Tea Spirit is here. She's always here. She's always so ready to give. But she will never give you more or less. She gives exactly what you are open to today. And that's why there is a Zen saying that if your bowl is full, you will not receive any more tea. So I hope you empty out your bowl so that you can receive what is being offered to you today. even though it's free. Yeah. What is this for? Even though it's free. On the surface, on the monetary level, it's free. Doesn't mean that it is anything less. If you truly allow yourself to receive this, if you truly allow yourself to see who you are and the actions you are here to take to get to that place. And I say that with a caveat, I would say. I'm not telling you that you need to go somewhere to get that. It really is right here. You know, there is a saying, everyone has a Buddha in us. Everyone is God. Everyone is made of the same fabric of the divine. But it's not everyone that will tap into that truth, because it is truth that is inconvenient to the structures, the systems, the beliefs that we have built in this dimension, right? And I often hear this these days. It's like, oh, the new era is here, and you may feel it too. And, you know, systems are crumbling, things are changing. But you know what it is? It's not that. It's actually your consciousness that's shifting. That's why you can feel that. And consciousness shifting is really not something that you can control and mold it. It shifts when it's ready to shift. It shifts when you are willing to let it shift. And take a deep breath. Is anyone with me? Like, are you feeling it? Am I going too deep, too high, too fast? Like, where are you right now? Feeling it, Amanda. Thank you. Paul, I am with you. Thank you. Listening and with you, Eve. Thank you. Okay. So the reason why I wanted to come on here today is actually because I have been in a deep ego death. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was going to be so deep and so full of rage. And I want to share it with you because I truly feel that it's so important that you understand that to be attuned to the divine within us doesn't mean that it's a perfectionistic ideal of what the gods look like. To be divine as a human is very humanly divine. And our job is not to be identified, not to hook into any kind of identity. And I had to really see all the hooks that was happening. You know, when I was moving through last week, I was going into a place called Skye. Some of you know this. In 2023, I took a little vacation, a holiday. I went with my husband to Skye. I thought it's one of those beautiful places in Scotland that I really want to see. I'm based in Edinburgh right now, so it's super easy for us to go there. And when I was standing in the fairy pools in Skye in 2023, I heard the divine desires to live through you. Will you let her? And of course, in that bliss, I say, yes, holy yes. And that was the moment that it catalyzed so many things, the release, the shedding of all the illusions that held me, constrict me, that bound me into all these ideals that were perfectionistic at best, but really didn't serve my soul. And I had to let those things go away. I had to let the way that people told me I had to run my business away because it didn't align with me. I didn't align with the way that somebody wanted to publish my work or my book. So I had to let that go away. I had to let go of collaborations that didn't really align with the way I wanted to share my message. And I had to let that go. I had to let go clients who no longer resonated with this work. And I had to let that go. Friends, even. So this year, 2026, flash forward to 2026, I was going to Skye as a pilgrimage to complete this cycle, actually, to honor, to share my gratitude for what has been given to me in this great initiation. And this time I was able to, it was so incredible because every time we stepped off the bus, like when we were in the bus, the rain was pouring down, lashing down. Every time we were about to step out, the rain stopped, the sun came out. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's crazy. 3 days of this. 3 days. By the time we arrived in Fairy Pools, it was so cold. It stopped raining, but it was freezing cold and the wind was lashing. Like it was violent wind. Like you had no idea. Like I couldn't even wear my hat. But I soldiered on with my friend who was there to film and take pictures. And we found this little place that we could actually climb down to the fairy pools, which I never saw the last time I was there. And we did it. We went down, we climbed all the way down, we sat next to the pools. And the minute I was there, I could feel the elemental beings. I could feel their presence. They were all there. They were so at ease and joyful and just all around the pools. It's just incredible. And I sat there. We had some time to sit there, take some photos. And it was so incredible because we couldn't feel the wind there. The wind was gone. The sun was shining. Like it was literally like almost like a protected area. Like it was a complete bubble. And I was so in love with that moment because I could fully be there. I could serve my invisible tea. I didn't have my wares with me because we couldn't carry that, but I did the tea in the liminal space. I shared it with them. And when we got back, my friends started to ask me, you know, what do you think people would think about these photos and these videos that you just did? Because she thinks that to be a spiritual mentor, it was a bit too cosplay. Yeah. It was too costumey. It was like, you know, how can people take you so seriously if you did these things? Like they wouldn't understand what you're doing, she said. And I had to take a deep breath because I felt that coming. I actually felt her judgment, her prejudice when she was doing the filming and the pictures. She had no idea what I was going to be doing. And I had no idea either. I was just going with what was flowing through me with the energy. And I moved with the sacred geometries I could see. So when she asked me that, so many things started to come up. And I realized that there were little hooks of, you know, people don't understand me or people who don't get me can fuck off. Like all these little hooks started coming up, came up in anger, came up in rage, came up in all these things. And then I took a deep breath and I looked at myself through the eyes of the divine. And I knew that I could not be any other way than this. And I really say that genuinely, like authentically. I love who I am. I love how I look. I love how I dress. And some people, and I need to be willing to be seen and also willing to be not seen. I need to be willing to be not understood. I also need to be willing to be understood. Do you feel this? Some of you are so afraid to be seen. And some of you are so afraid of not being seen. And it's not about one way or another. It really is about being willing to be both. Because we're living in a dualistic world. But who we are as the divine is beyond dualistic. We transcend that. But to be here in this world, we have to understand that, yes, we will be seen in one way or another. Some people won't take me seriously, and some of you will see something in me that you will attune to. And so it is important, so important for me to be the one who walks my truth, whether it is comfortable for another person or uncomfortable for them. It was uncomfortable for my friend to see me dressed in the way that I do. It was uncomfortable and highly uncomfortable when we started to travel back to Edinburgh. And on the next day, we traveled to Stirling because she was following this big, this spiritual teacher that I had never heard of. But she was like, he's going to be in Stirling. And we went there. And all these people there were dressed to the nines, and they had like Excalibur swords, and they were dressed like priestesses, and they had their crowns and all these things. And she was just so triggered. And she said, see, I told you, you can even see that they were like empty shells. Like, how are they going to take you seriously if you dressed up like that? Like, you dress like that. And I said, actually, just observing them, I actually know myself even better, that I do love that I dress up. I do love that I dress up because it expresses my artistry. Full stop. I'm not doing it to show people I'm a leader or I'm an influencer. I'm doing it because it's my art. And when I say art, because I know sometimes people misunderstand me again, you have to feel into the energy of what art is. The art of flowing the divine out into the world. The art of flowing the divine out into the world through me as me. But in order for me to be able to do that without any pretension, without any need to prove myself so that you get what I'm doing, so that I'm some, spiritual person. That's not it. To be free from all the identities, to be free. That's what I'm interested in. So that I'm not rigid in this thing where I'm so hung up on who I am and so hung up on you getting who I am. Do you all get this? Does anyone here feel that? Like, have you felt that? Like, people can't get me, or that you want to do something but it's so scary because do they get me? And then sometimes you get into this bitterness that's so hard to extract yourself from, because now you're like, I'm the black sheep. I've always been the black sheep. I don't care if anyone gets me or not. That's not it either. I just want to know, where is everyone with this? And I'm going to tap into your comments here. Welcome. Alexandra, welcome. Do you work with people one-to-one? Absolutely. We do work for 3 months or 6 months or 12 months. So it's by application. You can check out the link in my bio, or if you have any questions, feel free to DM. I'm very, very open. I don't hard sell you. I don't push anything. Like, I just want to genuinely guide you to your highest, to be in highest service to you, and in the transformational work that we get to do together. That's all. And Eve says, yes, or will they be mean? Eve, I want you to tap into that, what you just said. Yeah? Will they be mean? will you be understood, right? Yes, meaning will you be understood? Or will they be mean? Yeah. I want you to take a moment, really turn inward and ask yourself, how have you been mean to yourself? What do you say? What does your ego say that's really mean? Okay. And M, as I age, I feel this more and more. I'd say at 50, there was a real release of caring. Yes. A real release of caring about what other people say. Yes. It's such a liberation. And I feel that it does come with age. Yes, I definitely feel that. I feel like I'm approaching an age as well where, back in the day, I would hardly, I would care so much about what people would say. And now I'm just really like, oh, it's a real thing. Like wearing makeup or not wearing makeup, women who have armpit hair, like all the things, that are really superficial, to those very, very important things, such as, do you truly know? And when you say your head, your mind knows, right? Like you have knowledge of that, but self-knowledge, knowing thyself, is the most crucial foundation to not caring. And yet staying on a field where you are very interconnected with everyone else as well. And that's how you can have compassion. That is how you can have unconditional love, because all these qualities that I'm talking about, they are the pathway. They are like the pathways that lead to God, that leads to the divine within you. They are all just pathways. But a lot of people who deem themselves spiritual get stuck in the pathways. You get stuck in the pathways. You say things like, I'm not judgmental. I don't want to be judgmental. I want to be loving. Oh, or maybe like, oh, I'm not just love and light. I'm many other things. Oh, spiritual people are so fake. Those are the opposite ends of the spectrum, but they vibrate at the same level. It's so important for us to understand this. And you know how I know this? I know this because, again, it was shown to me in the field, and I had to bring it forward today in this transmission. When we went to Sterling in this big hundreds of people group, people are judging each other. People are saying, oh, we are oneness and we are a unified field. But people are judging each other. People were, someone was stepping on another person's toe and they got pissed off, or like this person is sitting on the grass and then suddenly someone pushed them over and then they got really mad. Or like someone in the crowd started to speak up and everyone was like, boo, hussies, shh. How is that oneness? Let me ask you this question. How is that oneness? Really? How is that oneness? Right? And so, like, it's so important for us to get real about these things. It's like, it's not a bad thing. And we want to be very, very real about what we are observing. We're not bypassing it or brushing it aside. We're really looking at, okay, we are all individuals. We are all here to individuate, but we are interconnected. We are in the same field. We are in the unified field. We are the unified field. And I always say, there's only one of us here. So what you're seeing, what you're feeling that is triggering you, it's actually for you. It's always for you. And at the same time, it's for you to individuate, to find the God within you, to find the divine within you. Doesn't mean that you have to isolate yourself and put yourself in the caves. We're way past that era. We're now in a time where we can see the tapestry of the sacred, that we are one part of the great tapestry. But ultimately that comes in as one. The one that gave birth to the 10,000 things. That's you. Yes? Okay, Eve. Yes, I tend to mute myself to people please, but I'm changing that. Okay. People pleasing is not a quality. It's not, what's that word? It's a behavioral adaptation. And please take a deep breath. That's not who you are. You know, people say that, like, I'm a people pleaser. Like, no, you're not. You are just adapting your behavior to please others. And like Amanda is saying, yes, I resonate. People have already been judgmental and mean towards me, but I continue. Again, just like I said to Eve, can we be really honest? And I want to say I love you, but can we be honest? Really take a good look at yourself deep within you. Go inward. Go inside your heart. Go to the part of you in your body that you feel yourself shaking when you think of what you are avoiding looking at. The part of you that judges, the part of you that is mean to you. Go there. Go there and be the love that you are. And if you can't go there alone, this is where you know, okay, I need a mentor to help me. I'm here for it. Right? If you've been here in my field for a long time and you know you resonate with this work and you can ask yourself, like, since the last time I saw her, how have I moved? And if you knew, like, I can move trillions of miles with her, I want to ask you, why are you waiting? What are you waiting for? Let's fucking go. Let's get into mentorship. Let's go. Things can change so quickly in just one activation. But you have to be willing to give up on your victim stories, on your sob stories, on your attachments, on all the things that you are defending that is limiting who you are. Genuinely, how much energy are you wasting on defending your limitations? Genuinely, like, really ask yourself. Hello, Jacqueline. And take a deep breath. I can feel it moving, feel all of you here. That's a lot of heaviness. We gotta be so real right now. Like, you know, there are so many ways that I've been told to change my messaging, make it more understanding. But you know, the funny thing is, I'm seeing more and more people talking about the divine more than ever. And I'm so, like, in my human way, I'm like, you know, I stuck to my guns. I talked about this from day one. And even AI is catching on. And as AI is saying things like, it's not about doing more, which I used to say all the time, I'm already 5 steps ahead. Because I did not listen to all those so-called strategists and experts who said, you need to tone down or make it gentle. You know, don't say fuck so much. Or the divine God source Tao, nobody will understand what you're talking about. Like, it's really so imperative right now in this time for you to share your gifts just as it is, undiluted, unfiltered. And you know, I was having this beautiful conversation with a client of mine about her work. And we were talking about how things in the corporate world is shifting so quickly now. And I said, I have no doubt that the company needs you more than you need the company. Like, I have no fear for you. And she felt it. It's like she was saying, yeah, like I'm hot stuff for this company. If they eventually feel like it's done, I can move on to another place, and the abundance just is endless. But it requires you to really see the opportunities all around you. And if you can't see it, it's because there is this great veil of illusion where you are buying into the fact that you are limited, that you are not capable, that you are separate from the rest, you are lower, that you are less educated, that you're this, that you're that you're less privileged. Like, even the idea of how privileged people are privileged, like, that is an idea of separation too. It's an illusion of separation. I have seen women rising from having nothing, like literally poverty. And I want you to really understand that you are your ancestors' dream. Don't waste it. You have everything in you right now to go for it. And I won't rest until the day you actually get it, like, really. And if that means that I have to be the laboratory, to go through all the experiences, the pain, the aches, the rage, like, let's do it. And I know I'm going to also have, I do have, and I just want to speak into it too. It's not just all pain and aches. Like, I have this incredible bliss and abundance and ecstasy in my life because I am so open to let the divine lead me. To be open to the unknown. To be open to the unknown means that I'm willing to do things that I have never done before, but my soul is so fired up. I don't want to live a life where I come home and I sit there on the couch and watch Netflix every night and then suddenly my life is gone. Like, this is what the majority of the world is really literally living with. And a lot of you, I know this, especially in the spiritual community, you're really good. You have a story. You have that rags to riches story. You have that rise from the bottom story, the dark night of the soul story, right? It's time to let that go too. If you can tell that story really well, like to the point where the person's listening is going like, wow, amazing. You're so amazing. It's time to let that go. Scary shit. But it's needed because that is the exact reason why you still feel limited. It's time to create new memories. It's time to call in desires. Desires are memories of the future. What do you desire right now? If you could have anything, if you could do anything, what do you desire right now? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to finish up in one bit right now, but please put that in here right now. Memories of the future are things that resonate in your cells already. They are resonating as waves through your body. Yes? And you have the choice to turn them into particles, or keep them as waves. You can postpone it as long as you want. Or you can go for it. And the work that we do in my mentorship space is really doing that work of, okay, what are all these piles of shit that is holding me back? And I'm not here to do therapy. So we're not doing all the, when I was 5 years old, even though we can honor that. But I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in shifting you to a timeline where you can literally be the one who walks as the soul that you are, who walks with your divinity. And I really want you to know that this is not something that's fantastical. It's who you are. And I know you know this. It's just that we really need to start to speak from that place rather than from a place of like, okay, you know, you have imposter syndrome, so you should do this. Okay, you know, you need more healing. You need to blah, blah, blah. No. Let's talk about all the things that you can't see about yourself. Then we can talk. And you know, the greatest ally is right here with us, the greatest teacher, T herself, the ability to really be present to yourself, to your whole self. It begins with you. You want your boyfriend or your husband to be present with you. You have to be present with yourself. You want, you know, men to help you, and you want your friends to see you. You want the waiter to treat you well. Well, you've got to treat yourself well. And I know there are some people here that has been here before literally said that, yeah, I treat myself well. Yeah, you treat yourself well. And then you complain about how people don't treat you well. You see? You see that? I don't want a subpar life for you. I really want you to experience the divinity that is you. Not half in, half out, but really so full. Letting life live through you. And you can unwrap life like a gift every day, every single moment. So beautiful. Can you feel that? I can feel the energy already. All right, beauties. I feel like it's coming to completion, what's being said here today. I want to thank you for travel, Meg. Yes. And why aren't you doing that? A real question. Everyone else as well. Whatever that you wanted to tell me, but you didn't put in the comment, as Meg has so beautifully done. Thank you, because you're speaking for a lot of people here, I'm sure. I want you to ask yourself, why aren't you doing that yet? Why? You letting your ego jail you? Incarcerate you? For how long more are you going to live like this? You're just going to come back to this earth and learn the same thing all over again. Yeah. A lot of people often say, it's the money, it's not the money, it's really the money, it's really the money. Well, the money is really just a tool. It's a permission slip. And if you really knew you are divine, that you are the creator of your reality, that you are co-creating with this greater, higher power that wants to live through you, that wants to know its own face through you. Life is limitless. And I say this from a place where I literally witnessed that happening. My parents are fucking mega stars because they lived in real deep poverty. They grew up in poverty. And I asked them, have you ever thought of have you ever had a moment where you thought like you would never make it out of that poverty? And both of them said to me, yeah, absolutely. But the only thing that kept me going was the great Buddha, the great God, divine, whatever you want to put it. There was something so strong in them that's stronger than drive and willpower. And we are moving into that space now where a lot of us are feeling that lots of people are talking about now, but I really feel like most people are not coming from the right context, is that, yeah, we are not here to do more. We're not here to force things. Sure. Yeah. But I feel like what's missing in the whole context is you gotta know who you are and move as that. You got to know that you get to shift your timeline so quickly. You get to turn your life around so quickly if you're willing to let go of those stories, willing to let go of the identity of poverty, the identity of someone who's lacking, the identity of someone who's not seen or not, or muted or has to please to get your way. No. No more of that. You get to choose. Max says, I'm ready. Yes. Let's fucking go. You want to dress like a fairy like I do? Go fucking ahead. I get paid thousands to dress like a fairy. Come on. So if you're like my friend, boohoo all the way, because I am happy with my life and that's more than enough. Did I have to go through some real deep looking inward to really arrive at that place? Sure. Because it would be easy for me to conform to the ways people wanted me to be. Sure, easy. Truth is never convenient. It's not convenient for most people. It's not going to be convenient for your family. It's not going to be convenient, but the real ones will stay. And the queen that you are, who knows that the divine lives through you, you are perfectly fine. You're willing to gain people and lose people. Because nothing is really lost. Really never. You can count on that. Because I know you have many times you would have said, oh, thank God that happened. Good riddance. You know what I'm saying. So stop letting your ego lead you. Stop letting your ego freak you out and bind you and incarcerate you. It's time. Make that move. All right, beauties. If this moves you, if you want to dive deeper, like come on in, join me. Link is in my bio. Explore all of that. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or DM me. And I would love to speak with you and guide you to the right places. I am so honored to be here with all of you. And I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you, Meg. Thank you, everyone. Hello, Robinson. And those who want to join me on the replay, you can hop on over to my Instagram right about now. It'll be up. Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline. Bye, my loves.